Home servers. They're very awesome and convenient. If you have an old computer plus a lot of hentai that you need instant access to from any computer on your home network, then why not use that old computer as a home server to store all your hentai? It's very awesome. I happen to have an old computer, the 2009 Mac Pro I made 2 videos on already. I have 2 computers. I have my PC, which I really only use to play games and record the audio for these videos, and I have my MacBook Air, which I do basically everything else on. And I would like to have a centralized place for all my data so I could access it on my MacBook and my PC. Like, I already have iCloud and it's slow as shit because my internet's not that good, so I just want to set up a server so I'm not at the mercy of my goddamn internet provider. And I'm gonna be making this home server through the power of Unraid. I know it's like the shittier option compared to stuff like TrueNAS, but I'm also what they call an idiot. And that's what Unraid's designed for. Idiots like me that just watch some Linus Tech Tips server videos and think that they're a sysadmin. We need a computer, and I'm not going to use my PC for this. I'll tell you why later. And we'll need this very specific flash drive. And the reason why I'm using this specific flash drive is because my Unraid license is actually tied to this flash drive. And since Apple's dumb and hasn't put a USB-A port on their laptop since 2015, I'll need this adapter, which does have a USB-A port. All right, we are on the download page for Unraid OS. So we're going to be downloading the Unraid USB creator, download for Mac. All right, so we are on the Unraid USB creator, and all we got to do is just drag it to applications. Yes, okay. Oh, application download from the Unraid. Okay, we're going to be downloading the latest version of Unraid OS, Unraid 7, mounted as /volume/Unraid. The key file is linked to the GeoID of the flash drive, which is why I'm supposed to use this specific flash drive. And the reason why I'm using a Mac to make this, it's because for some reason, when I did this the first time off camera, I was making the installer in Windows and it would just not pop up on the Mac Pro. It wasn't there. I would put the boot switcher up, nothing would show up. So that's why I'm doing it on my Mac. What should we name our server? We should name it Mac Pro Dingus. Whatever, we're gonna use a static IP 192. Where did that come from? .168.168. There we go. Yes. Preparing to write. This is a USB 2.0 drive, by the way, but it doesn't matter because the Mac Pro only has all USB 2.0 ports. If this works, then surely this video will not be 30 or 20 minutes long. Unraid 7.1.4 has been written to SanDisk Cruiser Blade Media. If you would like to enable Legacy Boot BIOS, nope, I do not want to do that. Continue. If we go to config folder, we're gonna paste in the basic.key file. Yeah, I think all that's left to do is just plug this into the Mac Pro. Right now, we're gonna boot up the Mac Pro, but this time we're gonna do it a little more properly. This is an HDMI capture card, and this is the HDMI from the HDMI to DVI adapter coming out of the Mac Pro. And now we're gonna plug it in. Actually, we're gonna eject Unraid first, take this out, and we're gonna plug the HDMI capture card into the MacBook. And I've been screen capping this entire time on OBS. All right, and now it's like not doing anything. Now we're gonna boot up the Mac Pro. Let's go, it's booting. Is it gonna boot to Unraid though, or is it gonna give us a flashing folder? Look, if it boots to Unraid, then this video will be like smooth sailing. It'll be easier for me to edit, and it won't waste any of your time. So it's not doing anything right now. It's still on the black screen. I have no idea why. Oh, it worked! It fucking worked! That's awesome. This is actually the first time boot. I'm actually gonna end up putting this thing somewhere else because my room only has 1 Ethernet port. So I need 2. But if this works, I'm actually gonna be probably editing the video you're seeing right now off of this. Because right now what I do is I edit my videos off of an external hard drive. So Mac Pro Dingus login. The best part is I'm gonna have to force shut it down because I don't even have a keyboard and mouse plugged into it. And also there's no login, so it doesn't matter. It's gracefully shutting down. It's not force shutting down, which is awesome. Now it's time to move to my PC and set up the NAS. Yeah, lovely. Oh, I opened a web browser and I navigated to macprodingus.local. It didn't work. Let's try navigating 192.168.1.68. I feel like it's not gonna find it either because it shouldn't be that slow. Of course something has to go wrong. The video is not that entertaining if stuff goes that smoothly. First try, the thing booted up successfully. I also moved the thing out of the room. It's not even in the room anymore. All right, so I gave the thing a little reboot. Let's go, it worked. Root, and we're gonna create a super secure password. Unraid OS basic, so it did read the basic.key file. Right now I only have one drive in there, which is the 1 terabyte drive that it came with. It's on its way out, so the array will be immediately available but unprotected since parity has not been assigned. Yeah, because Unraid supports ZFS, which is no use to me whatsoever because I don't really care about ZFS. But if you like ZFS, then Unraid supports it. I would not recommend using a Mac Pro like this as a server because of how wildly inefficient that thing is. It's like the thing has a 1000 watt power supply. I don't have a kilowatt meter to measure how much exactly, how much power exactly the Mac Pro is drawing. It has a pair of Intel Xeon E5520s, both two 4 core CPUs. Each one of them has a TDP of 80 watts. That's 160 watts just for the CPU. That's without drives, that's without anything. That's just 160 watt TDP for the CPUs. It's not that efficient. It's probably gonna put a strain on your power bill. I'm gonna be starting the array and I'm gonna move stuff to it. I don't know why, but I can't map the network drive, but it is detected on my network. If I go Mac Pro Dingus and see Summers, by the way. And yeah, I do have some Wii games, virtual machines. I'm gonna delete the virtual machines. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm stupid. I have to set up users for share access. I'm gonna name this Summers, by the way, and I'm gonna make a super secure password. Okay, we're back in here now, and we can delete the virtual machines folder. Now that the virtual machines are deleted, I'm gonna copy it from my hard drive. Okay, it's gonna spin up the hard drives, yeah, and the hard drive is dying. I'm sorry, what? Why is this transferring at 11 megabytes a second? It's connected at 100 megabit? I have it plugged into a gigabit port. That's really odd. All right, so now it's connected at gigabit. I switched the Ethernet ports on the Mac Pro from Ethernet 0 to Ethernet 1. I do not know why it was doing that, but we can test it again. Okay, there we go. Now we're at 113 megabytes, and it'll take about 20 minutes to copy 100 gigabytes. This is the speed of my external hard drive anyway, the one I edit off of. I know it's not ideal. I know I should be editing off an SSD, but I barely have space on my laptop's SSD as it is. I'm perfectly happy with this as long as it works like this. If there are no more issues, it'll be good. Most use your Mac as a server. They use Mac OS Server. Mac OS Server doesn't exist anymore, so okay, so I'm gonna actually cancel this transfer right now, and I'm actually gonna set up a Steam library. So by the way, Z, and now we're gonna download Ultrakill on it. Okay, so reserving space is taking a while. I've never seen a Steam library get used over an SMB network device. I've only ever seen it get used over iSCSI, which is basically it emulates a physical drive on your computer. Yeah, it's downloading at 60 megabits a second, which is my internet speed is slower than my network speed. So all right, so it's done downloading. It took for fucking ever. Let's see how long the loading times are for a relatively lightweight game. It's taking its time. It's taking its sweet time to launch Ultrakill. Loading. All right, that's what we're trying to see. Let's see how long will it stay on here. It actually loaded pretty fast. This game is running pretty decently well. It's on my main computer. Right now I'm just testing out the loading time. So all right, let's try launching Ultrakill again to see if it's gonna launch any faster. I could move it to my C drive, but I actually want to move it to the D drive. All right, so my phone ran out of storage and I had to restart my computer. Ultrakill is now moved to the internal hard drive of my computer. So let's see if it's going to have slow loading times. It's faster. It was faster to open the game. Yeah, it is slightly faster to have this on the internal drive. All right, so now, after we set up the file server, what we're gonna do is set up a Minecraft server. So we're gonna go into the apps, which I actually did have to download a community applications plugin. It usually just prompts me here and then I press download and install. Docker service not enabled. Only plugins available to be installed or managed. Oh, enable Docker, yes. All right, apply. So we could also use a media server, but I actually have no media to test this with. So we're gonna install Crafty4. That's weird, why can't I install it? Wait, it's installed? Let me actually uninstall it and then reinstall it. That's why it wasn't working. All right, Crafty4, now I can install. I'm gonna install the default. All right, the command finished successfully. If we go to Docker, okay, so we're opening Crafty4, right? Lovely, it didn't work, it's not working. Yay! I love when things don't work immediately. Okay, I restarted the container. Still not working. All right, so it turns out that this thing never started. File, error. It's all just errors, basically. It's just the database disk image is malformed. So I'm gonna reinstall the thing. Actually, I did reinstall it once, but fine. I guess I'll reinstall it again. It didn't work again. It keeps breaking. I do not know why. I'm gonna delete this one, and I'm not gonna use the official Docker image. I'm gonna see if there are any unofficial ones. And there is an unofficial Docker image, which is weird. It really should work. Like, I have no idea why this thing is not working. It's just, it should work. All right, it's done. So hopefully this worked. It didn't work. It worked before. You could see Crafty controller dashboard. Wait, it worked. That's awesome. All right, so I found the default credentials and I'm now gonna insert them. I am in the server. I am in Crafty controller. Let's go. So if we go to servers, create new server. This is exactly like using something like Minehut or something. All right, so select a server, Minecraft server. Server select, I'm gonna actually make it paper. And we're gonna make it paper 1.8.8. Server name, Nugget. Okay, I agree to the Minecraft EULA. Loading libraries, please wait. It says server status online, but it's like the terminal's freaking out right now. I can't see it. All right, 192.168.1.12. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I closed the tab. Let me try to open it again. Oh my God, it fucking broke. I just want to run a Minecraft server. It ran seamlessly when I did this off camera before. Yo, guess what? I managed to get the official Docker image to work, but it's still not starting the server. So it's probably something with the fact that I'm running Paper Spigot 1.8. I'm gonna try running Paper like the latest version, 1.21.8. We're gonna be making Nugget 2. It started. It says done. If I try to connect to it, what will it do? Oh, outdated client. I forgot. I need to relaunch Minecraft. All right, we are on 1.21.8 and we're going to be trying to connect to the Minecraft server over here. It actually works. Oh, I don't have off. Okay, let's see how fast it is loading new chunks. Let's see how much we're like pinning this server right now. We have Minecraft and the server dashboard. The CPU is getting pinned right now. It has very big spike, but then it goes back down. You can see individual cores like getting pegged as soon as like loading new chunks. I could try to hit it with many like concurrent users, but I'll have to port forward to like get my friends on here. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. If we go back to Nugget 2 and we go to the file and plugins. All right, so I'm gonna upload Fast Sync World Edit, which is World Edit, but a little bit faster. Usually you'd have to restart the server. I can't be bothered, so we're gonna use the /reload command, which is sacrilegious in Minecraft server space. Okay, so I had to restart the server anyway to get World Edit to work, but now that it worked, I have the World Edit wand, and now we're gonna be lighting up a whole load of TNT. Set TNT. Okay, so we're gonna be lighting 1,000,000 blocks of TNT. To be honest, this is like more of a test of my computer than the test of a server. CPU usage is actually lower than I would expect for lighting 1,000,000 blocks of TNT. 22% CPU usage. Wait, is the server like usable? Because I noticed there's barely any CPU or memory usage. So if I go into game mode survival, survival. Can I just play? Oh, there is a little bit of rubber banding. There is a little bit of like unresponsiveness. For the most part, I would have servers die with way less TNT going off than a million. Usually at 100,000 TNT, servers would crash on server hosts. Oh, now we're reaching the point where we're testing my computer because my computer right now is dying. My Minecraft client crashed. So we were able to crash my Minecraft client on my main computer faster than we were able to crash the server instance. And I feel like if it can handle all of this TNT, then it can handle like 20 players on it. This has been a pretty good experience. And I'll be actually using this server for storing my files, or maybe I can even self-host Minecraft servers. And Unraid is just a dead simple like OS to grasp. So anyways, thank you very, very much for watching this video. You can watch more on screen now, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.